I have applied a ton of wheel ceramic coatings to finally just feel like I did so much work for very little return, meaning the coating looks dead after 4 months. The question remains, are dedicated wheel ceramic coating still worth your time and money? Today I'm in the garage and I'll be revealing my best wheel preparation step by step to get the most life out of your ceramic and why you may be shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to prep and maintenance. All right, my friends, welcome to the best wheel preparation and ceramic coating application. Before you do anything, we need to assess the type of wheel that we're working on. Are you working on a brand new wheel or a couple years old wheel? That's gonna be your main priority here. The prep for a used wheel is gonna be much more in-depth, much different than a brand new wheel. Next up, you wanna ask yourself, is this a glossy finish, a satined, or maybe even a matte finish? Never, never, ever polish a matte or a satin wheel. And I'm gonna talk more in depth in this video for the gloss black wheels. Now, before we get into the prep process, guys, and why you can be shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to the prep, it's important to choose a quality ceramic coating from a reputable brand, something that has a track record, that it's proven to work and last a long time for your wheels. So before going further into the prep, guys, obviously you'd want to clean the wheels first. Make sure to use a high alkaline type of cleaner or a iron type wheel cleaner or iron remover. If you have to remove the wheels, if the wheels are already removed, that's going to be a plus. That's going to be much easier to work on it. But if you don't want to do that, just work with the wheels on the car. That's not going to be a problem. But keep in mind that you're not going to be able to access the barrel. So the reputable brand that I choose for my process today is going to be Gyeon. All right. So clean off the wheel first. You could use the Gyeon iron wheel cleaner redefined. This is a new version. It's going to do a great job at removing all the dirt and the brake dust that is embedded in the finish. Don't forget, guys, when you're driving on the road, you're creating heat, you're applying your brakes, and all that really hot brake dust is going to get released from the brake pad and going to stick to your wheel finish. So it's very important to use something like an iron remover type of cleaner. All right. So next up, the ceramic coating that I choose is the Gyeon Rim Evo. So this is the new version. So I'll talk more in depth in the footage, guys. But as usual with Gyeon, you'll get super nice packaging. Lasts up to 18 months. And before we go further, make sure that you get a panel prep, a paint prep, such as Gyeon Prep. Very nice product, smells super good. And during this process, guys, since it's the best process, for me anyways, I'll be talking about a couple more products such as those three here. So I hope you guys are ready. Let's jump right into it. Okay, my friends, welcome to the best wheel prep and wheel ceramic coating for your car. What I want to do is prep those wheels for the upcoming winter in Canada, in eastern Canada. We get a lot of salt on the road. The roads are really trash, really dirty. It's always wet. It's always splashing on your car. So to make my life easier for the winter maintenance washes, I like to apply some type of ceramic coating to my wheels, all right? So let me show you first. As you can see, we still have some water beading from a spray and rinse product. So before applying a ceramic coating, obviously, you wanna remove that wax, that sealant, that leftover protection. So if I go straight in the ceramic coating application, it's gonna be a mess. We're gonna have a layer of something between the clear coat of the wheel and the actual ceramic coating. So how do we get this prepped up, right? So first off, I'm gonna use the Gyeon Total Remover, ceramic sealant and wax remover, all in one. It's an acidic product. I've tried this in a couple of videos. I'll link them down below for you guys if you want to know more about this product. So you want to apply a generous coat. Very useful to use this product in a situation like this one, where you cannot use a polishing step, or in this case, we can polish the face, but polishing the whole barrel is also possible. But you guys know what I mean. When you have an intricate shape of wheels, it's going to be hard for you to do a nice thorough polish step, right? So you want to let this product dwell for a few minutes And then obviously we're gonna rub that in as thorough as we can. Those wheels were clean before, so I assume you guys know that you should clean your wheels and decontaminate them with some type of iron removal product. Now we're gonna flip this and go ahead and do the barrel. Now we're gonna rinse the product. So since it's an acidic product, you might see some water sheeting after you rinsed. That just means that the product removed the minerals, maybe the calcium buildup, all that nasty stuff that usually requires some acid type of product. Okay, now that we have stripped our protection, I'll go ahead, dry this off. Don't have to be super thorough. And as you can see, we have a grayish finish on the spokes. You can see there's some scratching obviously on the gloss black wheels with the winter condition and all the washes that we do during the winter. That's gonna induce marring to your wheel paint. So to fix this real quick, this is optional. You can polish this by hand. So to polish this, I'm using the Sonax Perfect Finish. Like I said, I don't want to really remove that much scratches. Don't want to be aggressive. I just want to remove that light marring, that grayish tint on the gloss black. Just spread the polish a little bit here. So as you guys can see, we remove some of the swirling. The gloss is much better. The black is deeper. We got rid of that grayish look. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good, okay? For a winter wheel setup, that's gonna be mint. Next up, if you wanna go a step further and go into the spokes, you can use a polishing cone like this. This is from ShineMate. I'll leave the link down below for you guys. So when you get the cones, you'll get the attachment that comes with it. You can slide it in your drill and you're gonna spin this between the spokes. This is something maybe I would skip, but I know if you have a really nice set of wheels for summertime, that could be a good option. If you want to get it dialed in. All right, so obviously there's going to be some wheel design that are not going to allow this. And in my case, not every spoke can be polished. Between these one are too narrow. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to be 100%. You could use like a 1-inch rotary attachment and really go in there. Okay, from that point on, you want to inspect for bumps in the barrels. I feel a lot of bumps, so those are tar deposit. If you apply a ceramic coating over a bunch of tar bumps like this, it's not gonna bond really well. We want to get this clear coat, this paint 100% clean, 100% decontaminated. So when it comes to the tar bits, tar bumps, my preferred method is to use the Tar X from CarPro. You apply generously, you let it dwell at least 2 minutes. And then when it comes with our microfiber, and that's gonna be easy to remove, that's gonna release all that tar in a really easy and fast way. All right, so that's all the tar that I will remove from the 3 other wheels. That's the 4th wheel. Guys, those wheels were already pretty clean, so Your ceramic coating will never bond very good if you have that accumulation of nastiness. So I flipped to a clean side, and as you can see, we picked up a good amount of tar. So you can wash this off with soap or rinse it good. So when you rinse Star-X, it's gonna be looking like the water is beading. It's just because this is a solvent product. So keep rinsing and it's gonna come off. And as you can see, it's pretty flat now. So when polishing the barrel, sometimes your polisher is gonna wanna stall. That's normal. It's because of the curve, obviously. So maybe use a narrower pad. But for this, I'm using an old Rupes 3-inch. I can maneuver it good enough for this. As you can see, it's spinning in the right side. So it's doing fine. I'm not looking for correction, I'm looking to deep clean. Wipe off the polish. We got a much darker black. So since it's a different type of paint, it reacts different. Okay, time for the paint prep. Neutralize all those solvents, those polishing oils, any residue remaining. Have a super squeaky clean wheels ready to bond with the ceramic coating. Now to the long-awaited moment. Time to apply our ceramic coating. We have the best prep already done. So if you choose the Gyeon Rim Evo, the Evo line is the newest and latest technology from Gyeon. So in the box, you'll get a 30 ml bottle. You should be able to do 2 sets of wheels or 2 layers of ceramic on your wheels, but Gyeon Rims needs only 1 layer. You could add a second layer if you want to stretch the durability, but it's not needed at all. All right, so when it comes to the foam applicator, they have now introduced an indentation here, which is really useful. You can just wrap around your suede, use some type of cord, and you're gonna wanna push that suede in there, which is gonna make it much more easy to apply your ceramic coating. You don't have to hold to that suede, it's holding it by itself. So in that package, you're gonna have 4 suede applicators. So like I said, 2 sets of wheels. So what I tend to do is use the block for the barrel, crack that bottle open, give it a good shake as usual. You're gonna wanna prime this. So I'll use the foam applicator just like this first. And when I'm done with the barrel, I'll pull out the suede and I'll hit the front face of the wheel. So you wanna do a thick layer. Don't try to stretch that too thin. So you apply a thick layer and you wipe off immediately. All right, so now I will remove that block. So I'm just gonna add a few drops here, not too much. And I want to go in there between the spokes and the lip. Hopefully you guys can see there's a lip here that is much easier to access from the inside. So I would pull my finger in there, go between the valve stem. This is where the dirt mostly remain when you clean your wheels, right? That lip behind the spokes is a hard to reach area. So this is why I want to have a good amount of ceramic in there. And then go back. Make sure you have no high spots. So now we're ready for the face of the wheel. Pretty straightforward, guys. If you haven't applied ceramic coating, you don't have to stress with this product. You just like paint every part of that wheel with the ceramic. A thick layer again. If you have to reapply more, that's gonna be fine. If you have a very intricate wheel, very large wheel, you might want to split that face in 2 or 3 sections. So I just switched towel for a low pile weave, pearl weave towel. Doesn't leave as much lint. If you want to invest in those towels, I really recommend that. Makes an easier wipe off and it doesn't leave lint or a very tiny amount of lint. So now I'm going to take my inspection light, double check my work, look for high spots, for the oil on water look. So we're going to leave this to cure for overnight, 12 hours. So basically here your best friend is going to be a pearl weave high quality microfiber towel. When you apply the Gyeon Rim, I recommend that you split the wheel at least in half or in third. It's going to be an easier wipe off. It's not going to leave as much lint. It's not going to feel like glue, so it's important to have a very good coverage. You guys know with an intricate shape like this, it's going to be a prone situation to get those high spots. So let's take a minute to talk about maintenance, the maintenance of your wheels when it comes to ceramic coating. So if your wheels are being cleaned on a regular basis, you don't need a high pH or super aggressive wheel cleaner. For a ceramic coating wheels, it's totally unnecessary. You want to use your favorite car soap. That's going to do the same job for the wheels. Just make sure that you use a pressure washer and that you pre-wash the wheels. It's an optional step, but this is something I firmly believe in. So most people are talking everywhere about pre-washing your car, but most of them forget to talk about pre-washing wheels. The wheels is the dirtiest part of the car. So obviously, if you want to pre-wash your paint, I recommend that you take the time to pre-wash your wheel, rinse it thoroughly with your pressure washer, and then you're ready to use a bucket full of regular car soap and go to town. That's going to be super easy. To recap, guys, don't use a super high pH product such as Adams or Brake Buster or any low dilution of an APC. That's going to start breaking down your ceramic coating on the wheels or your sealant, whatever you have on there. You maintain with the soap, and once a month you use an iron remover or an iron remover wheel type of cleaner. All right, one last point when it comes to the maintenance of your wheels, your ceramic coating. If you notice a degradation in the water beading, in the water repellency of your product, well, you use the neutral pH, you use the iron remover, now you still have a reduced effect when it comes to water repellency. I want to use something like DIY Detail Water Spot Remover. My favorite product when it comes to decontamination. This is a sleeper, guys. So you apply this on the wheels, you let it dwell a little bit, you can agitate the product in the wheels. That's going to remove all the minerals that you accumulated over a few washes. In the detailing industry, we know that a lot of people like to clean their wheels, but sometimes they do a poor job when it comes to the drying portion. So the fact that we ceramic coat the wheels is going to make the maintenance that much more easy. The wheel is going to look better. So you still have to maintain, you still have to do a contact wash on the wheels most of the time. But when you're in a pinch, pre-wash, rinse off, and blow off the water with your blower, and that's it. You want to see that water beading? Check it out. So that water repellency is insane. That's gonna be so easy to dry, as you guys have seen. Couple seconds of blower and it's dry, so really easy. You're not gonna get this from a regular sealant or a spray and rinse. A spray and rinse, I've used it in the past, it works, but after a few weeks it gets so beat up that it's not as hydrophobic, so you would have to clean the wheel and reapply and then dry. So it's a give and take, but in my opinion the full-blown ceramic coating for wheels are that much better. And if you want to use a regular paint ceramic coating, they work, but after 4 or 5 months they really get beat up as well, and they start sheeting water and not perform as well as a dedicated ceramic coating, in my opinion. And here, as you guys have seen, within the application, I used the sweat applicator provided by Gyeon, and look at that. They are so full of wrinkle. So that's a really hard, hardening ceramic coating. Still flexible, but very, very hard. That's just fun to look at. Does that translate in a better performing ceramic coating? I don't know. So if you want to give Gyeon Rim a try, check out the link down below. Support this channel, guys. Now that you know how to prep and coat your wheels, you'll want to know how to prep and coat your car under 5 hours right here. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.